Now, event 34 wasn't actually supposed to be the first champion crowned on GG Poker, but unfortunately there were some server issues that led to that reality. And here now to discuss those, GG Poker ambassador Daniel Negreanu. Daniel, what happened?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously when software crashes, nobody's more tilted than me, as we saw last week in my own little tirade when I was playing on WSOP. Essentially what happened, there was two things specifically. First and foremost, we expected a huge turnout for this thing, and we got one. Not only did we get a record-breaking World Series of Poker events for event number one, but we also had a bunch of people logging on to watch. So for as prepared as we were for what was to happen, we still had an issue there. Later in the evening, we also had a DDoS attack, which both have been rectified going forward. So hopefully that should, play out well. And 32 and 33, the events there will be postponed till next week. And there's a compensation package to all players who obviously were affected negatively by that.
Yeah, well, now that GG is just getting underway, but you've been playing the WSOP events on WSOP.com for, the better half of almost 3 weeks now. How do you feel like that's met your expectations in the sense of the turnouts and how the tournament's been running, but also how you've been playing yourself?
Well, yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun, frankly. It's only one event a day that I'm playing on WSOP. Made like 8 caches, some deep runs here and there, so that's been fun. But definitely looking forward to making the trip on August 1st over to Mexico so I can play some of the GG stuff. The World Series stuff's fun, but it's predominantly really small buy-ins. GG's going to have some big ones with the, of course, $25 million guaranteed main event, and of course, a 25K buy-in, some 10K heads up. A lot of big stuff that I'm looking forward to.
Do you have an opinion, Daniel, on where you think you're going to see the tougher fields, whether they'll be on WSOP.com or on GG?
Well, that's a great question. I think the tougher fields, especially because the buy-ins will be high, will be in the high buy-in events on GG Poker. Every great player in the world can get to somewhere where they can play this. And a lot of them don't live already in the United States, so they'll be able to do that. So I would expect the fields to be really strong for the GG leg of this.
All right, well, Daniel, I know that you have a lot of prep that goes into before you actually make that trip down to Mexico. So in terms of your mental game and your mindset, what do you think is something that you're going to be incorporating into that routine once you get down there?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been somebody that's learned that rather than go, I've actually learned this through time, rather than go someplace and complain because they don't have what you need, plan ahead. So I've already got a shopping list and groceries and everything set up. We're all set to go. We've got the house booked, we've got the plane booked and everything like that. So mentally, it'll be as simple as, knowing that I can recreate as best as I can what I have here at home, in the house that we have in Mexico.
Well, Daniel, thank you so much for taking the time to join us and walk us through some of the issues. And obviously, we know that you'll be working hard behind the scenes to make sure that those are remedied moving forward.